Why is your partner conducting file checks on the front seat and rear seat passengers?
They have provided their IDs.
Have they been suspected of committing any civil infractions?
No.
Have they been suspected of committing criminal activity?
No.
It has a few things going, but in regards to the new file, we are here for a motion to suppress and a preliminary examination, and same for Mr. Couples as well. Appearances, counsel?
Joanna Carey for the people.
Robert Hertel for Mr. Pruitt, Your Honor.
Good afternoon, man. Please, on the court, Kareem Johnson for the Mr. Couples. We'll see it to my immediate left.
All right, thank you. Counsel, I guess my preference, and I think it makes the most sense to run the motion to suppress first before we go into the motion or for the preliminary examination. Does that make sense to everybody?
Yes, sir.
All right.
It requires testimony.
Yes.
It would just be all one.
It does require testimony, Mr. Johnson.
I was going to join the prosecutor. Any hearsay that will be attributable to Fourth Amendment issues, I trust the court to be able to substitute that out and differentiate for exam purposes and motion purposes.
All right, Mr. Hartel, then based on that, do you have any objection to?
I wouldn't object, Your Honor.
All right, so we'll run them both at the same time. Ms. Carey, I guess before we begin, is there any preliminary matters that we have to address? Anybody?
On Mr. Pruitt, I'm not sure that we filed an amended complaint, but we are only proceeding on counts 2 and 3. Counts 1 and 4 were dismissed. Very good dismissal.
Mr. Pruitt, you said?
Correct.
Yes, I have those. So Mr. Pruitt's charges would be delivery and manufacture of methamphetamine or PWID,
Correct.
and then PWID of fentanyl.
You may ask that the other charges be, depending on how the court rules, it may be added as a lesser included, but for today's purposes, we're starting with just 2 and 3. And like I said, we already dismissed 1 and 4.
All right. Any other matters?
It may be purely academic, Your Honor, but if we could put on the record that we are sequestering any witnesses. I don't think any are in the courtroom today, just a chaplain for one of the clients, if I understand correctly.
All right. Ms. Carey, I don't believe you have any in here, but just a reminder that we'll sequester any witnesses. All right, Ms. Carey.
Thank you. The people called Deputy Kyle Ramirez.
Deputy, do you solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you give in this matter will be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth? You may have a seat. We are having some recording equipment issues, so if everyone can just speak up to make sure that we're getting that, I'd appreciate it. Whenever you're ready, Ms. Carey.
Thank you. Deputy, could you please state your full name for the record?
My name is Kyle Ricky Thomas Ramirez.
And what is your occupation?
I'm a deputy with the Western County Sheriff's Office.
How long have you been so employed?
Over 2.5 years.
Were you working on August 31st and September 1st of this year?
I was.
What was your shift?
It was 7 p.m. on the 31st to 7 a.m. on the 1st.
And do you recall what you were doing just before midnight?
Yes. Deputy Cole and I were conducting traffic patrol in Herring Township, and I received a silent observer tip.
Do you recall what time roughly you received that tip?
The tip came in at, I think, about 11:51 p.m.
And when you received that tip, what did you do?
I read the tip aloud, and both aloud and to myself. I read it aloud to Deputy Cole. It mentioned 2 males and a female. One of the male's girlfriends selling narcotics from Wright's Custom Auto Body, Leeson Street.
And how did you said you read it? How do you receive that tip?
They sent us a notification via tip on silent observer.
So after you received the tip, what did you do?
We started heading to Wright's Custom Auto Body to see if we can see anything suspicious from outside.
So what happened when you got to what happened next?
As we were driving to the location, we saw a vehicle turn off of Leeson Street onto 13th Street, and we started to follow that vehicle, conducted a file check on the vehicle's and fixed registration, and it showed not to have insurance.
So what did you do at that point?
We conducted a traffic stop and the vehicle pulled to the side of the road.
Where did the traffic stop occur?
It was on 37 Road near 34 Road.
And where is that located?
It's in Herring Township, Western County, State of Michigan.
And did that vehicle stop?
It did.
Do you recall the time of the traffic stop?
Traffic stop was about 12:06 a.m.
And after the vehicle came to a stop, what did you do?
I approached the vehicle and asked the driver for his license, registration, and insurance.
Do you recall where you approached the vehicle from?
Yes, from the passenger side.
And you had contact with the driver at that point?
Yes,
Do you recognize the driver?
yes, he is seated to Mr. Hartel's right.
May the record reflect he's identified Mr. Pruitt.
Deputy, can you give some more information? There's two people seated to his right.
Directly to his right, the first individual.
All right, this, Mr. Hartel, any objection?
Not based on that additional question.
All right, this shall so reflect.
Were you able to determine who the registered owner of that vehicle was?
Yes, it was Mr. Pruitt.
So describe your initial contact with Mr. Pruitt.
He provided me with his driver's license. I asked him to step out of the vehicle and join me at the front of my patrol vehicle. At that point, while I was looking at his license, I asked where he was coming from, where he and his passengers were coming from. Correct, sorry. I asked him where they were going. He said they were going to the city of Cadillac to drop his girlfriend off.
Did he make any other statements to you?
I asked him how long he had been with his girlfriend. He said several months.
And did you discuss anything else?
After I asked him about his girlfriend, I asked him again where they were headed to. And this time he said he was going to drop off his rear seat passenger that he also mentioned he had known for several months to Traverse City, where he resided.
And how many occupants were in the vehicle?
There was 3 occupants, 2 males and a female.
What did you do after that initial contact outside of the vehicle with Mr. Pruitt?
While talking to him, I conducted a file check on him, but after being done with his contact, I reapproached the vehicle and spoke to the front seat passenger female
And where did you speak with her?
at the front of their vehicle.
Outside of it?
Yes,
Okay. And after speaking with the front seat passenger, what did you do?
I spoke with the rear seat passenger.
Where?
I asked him to step out of the vehicle. He asked if he had to. I told him he did. Eventually, he stepped out of the vehicle and went out at the rear of that vehicle.
Do you recognize the rear seat passenger?
I do.
Is he in the courtroom?
He is seated to the right of Mr. Pruitt,
What's he wearing?
an orange jumpsuit.
There are 2 people to the right of Mr. Pruitt. Which one?
The gentleman dressed in white.
Thank you. I just want to be clear. Your Honor, may the record reflect he's identified Mr. Couples.
Mr. Johnson, any objection?
No objection for exam purposes, Your Honor.
This shall so reflect.
Deputy, please describe your initial contact with Mr. Couples.
I asked him where they were headed tonight. He said they were headed to Traverse City. I asked where they were coming from. He said the city of Cadillac. When I asked how long he had known the driver, Mr. Pruitt, he said he had known him for years. When I asked how long he had known the front seat passenger, the female, he said even longer than that. During our contact, he was confrontational, recorded me.
What was his demeanor was confrontational?
Yes.
And you said you spoke with the female passenger.
Yes.
Without telling me what she said, what type of story did you get from her?
A different story than the other female.
I'd object, Your Honor. It's still hearsay if he's describing what she said and she's not a party as a defendant.
Does that not go to the totality of the circumstances for the court to consider for the motion to suppress?
I retract.
Thank you. Sir, after your contact, that initial contact with Mr. Couples outside of the vehicle, what did you do next?
Mr. Couples got back in the vehicle. I spoke to Mr. Pruitt again. I asked him if there was any weapons in the car. He said no. I asked if there was any cocaine in the car. He again said no. I asked if there was any heroin in the car. He said no. I asked if there was any methamphetamine in the car. He said none of that. Then subsequently asked if I could search his vehicle.
Did you discuss with him anything else about the vehicle?
I had asked if he had insurance. He said he had provided it to my partner, but the proof that he provided was expired.
So and if I heard you wrong, I'm sorry. Did you say you asked him to search the vehicle?
I did.
And what did he say?
I don't recall exactly what he said. I know he didn't answer yes or no, so I informed him it was a yes or no answer, and he said no.
Okay. After you were denied consent to search, what did you do?
I returned my vehicle, requested Sergeant Hicks of the Cadillac Police Department respond with his canine to conduct a rear sniff of the vehicle.
Why?
Why?
Yeah.
It was my belief that some sort of criminal activity was occurring with the conflicting stories that I had received and their general behavior, demeanor.
So you requested Sergeant Hicks, and then what did you do?
I started filling out the citation for Mr. Pruitt.
What happened while you were working on that, on the citation?
Sergeant Hicks, right?
And about how long, if you know, did it take from the time you requested him until his arrival, Sergeant Hicks?
Less than 10 minutes.
Less than how long?
10 minutes.
How long does it typically take to prepare a citation in that type of citation?
About 10 minutes, depending on if the computer gives me any trouble.
Did you, what type of citation were you writing?
Initially, it was a no insurance ticket.
Okay, so while you're still working on that, Sergeant Hicks arrived, correct?
Right.
What happened after Sergeant Hicks arrived?
He requested we pull everyone out of the vehicle while he conducted his rear sniff.
And did you do that?
We did.
And then what occurred?
Sergeant Hicks informed me that his K9 had indicated on the vehicle. I explained to Mr. Pruitt that we were going to be searching the vehicle. He asked if we could talk about it, and I told him no, and I'd be searching the vehicle.
And did you then conduct a search? What did you do next?
We did conduct a search, Sergeant Hicks and I did. I started in the front passenger side, and Sergeant Hicks started in the rear passenger side. As I was searching, Sergeant Hicks informed me that he had found a small bag of white crystalline substance.
What did you do?
I went back to Sergeant Hicks, also saw the bag in the backpack on the rear seat. Suspected to be methamphetamine. I finished searching that bag. I also found a scale and a small plastic bag in there.
Compared to where Mr. Couples was sitting, do you recall where that bag, what type of bag was it?
It was a backpack or something,
Where was that backpack?
directly next to where Mr. Couples was sitting.
So you saw what looked like suspected methamphetamine?
Objection leading.
Okay. I'll withdraw that. After you looked at what Sergeant Hicks wanted to show you, what did you do?
I searched the backpack and found a small bag of suspected methamphetamine, as well as a scale and a plastic bag. Also in the bag, I found a set of dentures.
What type of scale?
It was a small digital scale.
Had you seen one of those before
Yes,
in those types of situations?
typically in possession, drug paraphernalia cases.
Thank you. And after you found those items, what did you do?
I returned to the occupants and I asked whose dentures I had found in the backpack. And Mr. Couples replied they were his.
They were inside the same backpack as the suspected meth?
Correct.
And so after you spoke with Mr. Couples, what did you do?
I asked him if that backpack belonged to him. He said no. At this point, I detained him, placed him in handcuffs and put him in the backseat of my car.
And then what?
I continued searching the vehicle.
What did you search next?
Next, I was searching that same backseat area that we had found the backpack. Sergeant Hicks had moved to the front driver's seat. He notified me that he had found a small glass pipe covered under the driver's seat.
Did you, I'm gonna back up, did you find, you said you found the baggie, a scale, the suspected meth, did you, and was there anything else found in that backpack?
Yes, additionally, while searching the backpack, I found a wallet containing Mr. Couples', I believe it's a Beta card, as well as a prescription bottle bearing his name
Okay. And that was
in the
in
backpack.
the back seat or in the backpack?
In the back.
In the back, okay. Did you find anything else in the backpack?
Not that I recall.
Nothing of significance that you can recall?
Objection,
Okay,
already asked and answered, Your Honor.
clarifying. So after the backpack, what did you do next? What did you search next?
I went around to the rear driver, and started searching there in that same general backseat area, while Sergeant Hicks was searching the driver's area, and he notified me that he found a small glass pipe under the driver's seat.
So what did you do?
I went up front to where he had saw the pipe. I also observed it. He took pictures of it. I removed it. He took another picture of it, and I seized it as evidence.
With the items, I'm gonna back up just a little bit. With the items that you found in the backpack, what did you do with those?
Those were also seized as evidence
By you?
by Wiggins.
Okay. So after the pipe was collected, what did you do?
I moved to the trunk of the vehicle and began searching the trunk. I found several duffel bags, moved those out of the way. Underneath those duffel bags, I located a black banker's bag with a dial combination lock on it.
And then what did you do after you found that black bag?
I searched inside of it and found more.
Were you able to, did you say it had a lock?
It did, it was unlocked.
It was unlocked, so you were able to look into it. And what did you find in that bag, if anything?
Several bags of suspected methamphetamine, fentanyl.
Can you describe those for me?
And there was several clear plastic bags containing white crystalline substance, a significant amount of white crystalline substance, as well as brown powdery substance, a large amount of that as well.
And what did you suspect those were,
I
if
suspect
anything?
methamphetamine and fentanyl.
After you located those items, what did you do?
I detained both the female passenger as well as Mr. Pruitt.
Did you have further contact with Mr. Pruitt?
I did. I read him his Miranda rights from a card I keep on my person and asked him about the drugs I had found in the vehicle. He said he had no knowledge of them.
Did you talk about anything else? Did he make any statements to you in particular besides denying that?
Yes, we spoke about Mr. Couples dropping off bags, he said, in the trunk of his vehicle. I asked him what kind of bags. He kept saying he didn't know what kind of bags. Eventually, he said there were duffel bags. I asked how some of his personal stuff like mail and a name tag from Walmart ended up in those duffel bags. If Mr. Couples dropped them off in there, he told me he didn't know.
So besides those, the suspected narcotics that you found, what else did you find? You mentioned mail and the Walmart card. Where were those found?
In the duffel bags that were blocking the small bag.
Okay. Did that banker bag have any identification with it?
It did not.
What did you do with the items found that you found in the trunk?
They were seized as evidence by me as well.
After that contact with Mr. Pruitt, what did you do?
I spoke to the front seat passenger after my contact with her. I attempted to speak with Mr. Couples. I read him his Miranda rights, and he denied the time
He denied what, I'm sorry.
to speak with me.
What was the significance of the items that you collected as evidence to you?
It was a large amount, more than is usually in possession for just personal use.
A large amount of,
Meth and fentanyl.
okay. And why do you think that?
Because of the large amount, it's untypical for someone to be carrying that much just for personal use in my experience.
And how many narcotics cases do you think you've worked on since you've been at Wexford County?
Over a dozen.
So you've seen methamphetamine prior to this?
Yes,
Had you seen fentanyl prior to this?
yes.
Have you worked anyplace else other than Wexford County as a law enforcement officer? What did you do with the items that you collected as evidence?
They were seized, and then they were packaged and put in the property of the sheriff's office.
Were any of those items tested in any way?
Yes, several of the items were sent to the Michigan State Police Crime Lab for chemical analysis.
It is. The administrator has been marked as people in Exhibit 1. Can you state what that is?
It's a lab report from the Michigan State Police Crime Lab.
And I'm going to ask you some identifying questions. Does it have an investigating officer on it?
Yes, that'd be me.
Does it have an agency number?
Yes, 83-250-1586.
What is significant about that number?
That is the case we're discussing now.
And how do you know that? Did you prepare a report?
I did,
And how was that report identified?
by the same agency.
And do those correspond?
Yes,
Okay. Does it indicate what agency this is from?
yes, the Wexford County Sheriff's Department.
And does it have a lab number?
Yes,
What is that?
GL 25-784.
Does it indicate what date the lab received it?
It does. September 3rd, 2025.
And does it indicate what date the lab completed their exam?
Yes, it's September 24th, 2025.
And does it indicate a date the report was issued?
September 25th, 2025.
Does it also indicate who the suspects are in that report?
Yes, it does. Advises suspects is Jason Andrew Couples, Melissa Ann Gotts, and Daryl Lee Pruitt Jr.
Does it indicate the items tested?
It does.
And what's the first item that was tested?
Is agency item number 1, a heat sealed plastic evidence bag containing a non-plastic bag containing a crystalline substance.
Do you know what that was from the items that you collected?
Yes, it was the larger bag located in the Black Panther bag. Excuse me. No, that was, I don't recall exactly. I believe it's rotated in my report.
Would it refresh your memory to look at your report?
It would.
Any objection, Mr. Hartel?
Not as long as it only refreshes recollection, he doesn't read directly from it.
Mr. Johnson, you may refresh your memory with the report.
I'm going to hand you what I believe is your report.
Agency item number 1 was the small baggie found in Mr. Couples' bag.
And does the lab report we were discussing indicate the results of their testing on that item?
It does.
And what were those?
Tested. It was identified as methamphetamine.
Did it give an amount?
Yes, 5.46 grams.
And does it indicate what item, agency item number 3 tested as?
It does.
And what was agency item number 3?
It was the glass pipe located under the driver's seat of the vehicle.
And that item was tested. Did it give a result?
It did.
What was that?
It was identified as methamphetamine.
And did they test agency item number 4?
They did.
And what was agency item number 4?
It was the large bag found within the Black Panther's bag in the trunk.
Does the lab report indicate a result for that bag?
It does.
And what is the result?
Identified as methamphetamine, 209.32 grams.
And agency item 6, was that tested as well?
It was.
And what were the results, if any, of that test?
It was identified as heroin and fentanyl.
And I'm sorry, I should have asked, what was that item? What was agency item number 6?
It was a plastic bag with brown, chunky substance in it, also located in the Black Panther's bag in the trunk.
Thank you. And I'm sorry, I may have asked this. What was the result of that test?
It was identified as heroin and fentanyl. It was 17.75 grams.
Thank you. There was another item tested, agency item 8, or at least it was sent. What was agency item number 8?
It was a small plastic containing a gray powdery residue found in a blue screw top container located in the Black Panther's bag in the trunk.
Was that item tested by the lab?
It was not.
Is that lab report signed?
This
By whom?
Mallory A. Smith.
Does it give what her title is?
She's a forensic scientist with the seized drug unit.
Thank you. Your Honor, I would ask for admission of Exhibit 1.
Mr. Hartel, any objection?
I would not object, Your Honor.
Mr. Johnson, any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
1 is received.
I don't have any further questions for this witness at this time.
Mr. Hartel?
Yes, thank you, Your Honor. Thank you for being here today. I'm going to ask you some questions just to make sure I understand the timeline and everything. When you and your partner were originally going out to the scene, it was because, if I recall correctly, you said a silent observer tip, correct?
Correct.
Okay. And then when you saw the vehicle that my client was driving, you started to follow it, that was before you had run the plate when you initially started to follow it, correct? But if I understand what you're telling me correctly.
Are you asking if I ran the plate after we began following the vehicle?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. Sometimes I phrase things poorly. All right. So when you were following it, it had nothing initially to do with a concern about it being road legal, any other reason other than the fact you were on that road for that tip that you had mentioned. If I understand correctly, right?
Yes, we just followed the vehicle as we follow. Yeah.
Okay. When my client pulled over, and again, correct me if I'm wrong on any of this, including rephrasing it, that's fine. When you went up to the vehicle, you asked for the items and he gave you just the driver's license, right?
Correct.
And then you asked him to exit the vehicle?
Correct.
But you didn't do follow-up questions asking where is that insurance that I asked for?
No, the passenger of the vehicle was looking for that information when I asked him to step out.
And when he stepped out of the vehicle, the questions you asked him weren't insurance-related questions, were they?
They were not.
Okay. And then you talked, I believe you testified that you talked to the other passengers a little bit later, right?
That's correct.
And those questions also weren't insurance-related, were they?
They were not.
Okay. You mentioned, if I recall correctly, that you did end up eventually calling in for the canine, if I recall correctly.
That's correct.
All right. But you hadn't started writing the ticket before that, as far as the no insurance ticket?
I had not started before that.
All right. And if I recall correctly, you had a partner with you on scene,
I did.
and your partner also had not started writing the ticket before that?
He had not.
I'm not sure if you would know the answer to this or not, so I'll just ask, and feel free to tell me you don't know. But I believe you said that the canine, you were informed by your fellow officer that the canine had indicated there were drugs, correct?
That's correct.
Did he tell you how the canine indicated it?
Objection. Officer Hicks can testify to that. He is here.
Officer Hicks is here.
Yes. Or Sergeant
Well,
Hicks.
I believe it probably goes to the totality of the circumstances for the motion to suppress. I'll disregard it for the preliminary examination purpose, but for the motion to suppress, I'll allow it.
If you don't mind us.
I don't. He did not indicate how.
Well, that was easy then. I'm glad we got there eventually. All right, I appreciate that. And you said you were still writing the ticket because it takes you about 10 minutes to do that when the canine arrives, correct? Correct. All right. But as far as the entire initial purpose of the stop was, it was for the no insurance ticket, right?
That's correct.
All right. So when you were asking to search the trunk or the back of the vehicle, however we want to phrase this, that wasn't in a quest to find something insurance related either, was it?
No.
All right. I believe my co-counsel, or at least the counsel for the co-defendant, may have some more questions for you. Thank you again.
I guess before I do that, Ms. Carey, do you have any redirect based on Mr. Hartel's questions?
No.
All right, Mr. Johnson.
Officer, how long you been on the force?
Just over 2.5 years.
Any law enforcement experience before Westbrook County?
No.
So you have 2 years of law enforcement experience, correct?
2.5.
2.5? So you're on duty this day and you indicate at around 11 p.m., you get a silent observer tip.
Objection. That was not his testimony.
When did you get the silent observer tip?
11:50.
11:51. Did you put anywhere in your police report that you received a silent observer tip?
I did not.
Did you print out this silent observer tip
When?
at any point prior to
Yes.
today? Do you have it with you?
I do.
Okay, can I see it?
It is on the table.
It does not say who made this tip, correct?
Correct.
So you would agree with me that this is a unanimous tip? That's unanimous tip. Did the tip indicate how they know that there was suspected narcotics activity going on at this this Wright's Custom Body Shop?
It is not.
Does the tip say whether or not they personally observed any narcotics activity occurring at this Wright's Customs Body Shop?
It is not.
Likewise, does the tip say that they purchased any narcotics from this Wright's Customs Body Shop?
It is not.
Okay. After you receive this tip at 11:51, do you actually go to Wright's Body Shop?
We were headed in that direction.
Okay. Did you ever make it there?
We did not.
Okay. Did the tip indicate any cars or traffic that was at Wright's Body Shop?
It did not.
So when you came across the vehicle that you wound up stopping, you had no information that that vehicle had been at Wright's Body Shop. Correct?
That's correct.
Did the tip give any names of the individuals that were supposedly selling narcotics at Wright's Body Shop?
It did not.
Did you call TNT or whatever the Michigan State Police Narcotics Task Force is around here and pass on that tip?
I did not.
Have you ever responded to Wright's Body Shop and personally observed narcotics activity?
I have not.
Have you ever responded to Wright's Body Shop and executed a search warrant regarding narcotics activity?
I have not.
Have you ever pulled over anybody within the past 6 months and that person had narcotics and they told you they got narcotics from Wright's Body Shop?
I have not.
You pull this car over and I think you said it indicated that you ran it in the file check and it came back electronic verification of insurance. No. Correct?
Correct.
Do you know whether or not insurance companies are required to provide electronic verification of insurance to the Secretary of State?
I do not.
Have you ever pulled over a car based upon an electronic verification of insurance and the car was actually validly insured?
I have.
You agree with me that, as you said, when you pulled this car over, you had no reason to believe the car had been at Wright's Body Shop?
Other than there was no cars on the road and they were coming from the same road.
Well, I'm not, I'll tell you, sick, I'm not from here. Okay. How long does that road travel?
I can tell you the distance and how long that road is.
How many miles is it?
I couldn't tell you how many miles it is.
Does it leave the city of Cadillac?
It does.
Does it leave the county of Westford?
No.
Okay, so there's great distance in which I could be on that road and be going in the opposite direction of Wright's Body Shop.
I wouldn't call it a great distance.
There's some distance,
It's probably less than a few miles.
okay, less than a few miles. Is it a back road or
It's a city street.
the traffic lights?
No, it has no traffic lights.
There's no traffic lights, okay. So now you pull this car over, and now the car is pulled over approximately 10, 15 minutes after you receive this tip.
Yes.
The driver of the car gives you a driver's license.
Correct.
You're waiting for the insurance, correct?
Correct.
You ask the driver to step out of the vehicle, correct?
Correct.
Why?
There was 3 people in the vehicle and I wanted to talk to him one-on-one instead of 3 people being standing there while I was talking to him.
Why did you want to talk to him one-on-one about whether or not the car had insurance? Were you worried that they were going to collude their statements about whether or not the car had insurance?
No.
Why do you have to step up the vehicle?
Because it's within my purview to ask him to step out of the vehicle.
A lot of things are in your purview, but if it was a car full of
Asked and answered.
elderly, well, I'm moving on to a different question.
Okay.
Yeah. If it was a car full of elderly women, would you have asked the driver to step out?
That's not this scenario.
What I'm asking.
It would depend on the exact circumstance of the scenario.
Isn't it true you wanted the driver to step out of the vehicle because he has to open the door and that allows you to make plain view observations into the driver's side area of the vehicle?
No.
You have him then walk to the back of your, well, where do you have him go, the driver?
The front of my patrol vehicle.
In front of your patrol vehicle. And you talk to him?
Correct.
He tells you that he's taking his friend to Traverse City.
After he told me a different story. Correct.
Did Did you look into the floorboard, the seat, the cup holder area as the driver got out of the car?
I'm sure I did.
You didn't see any narcotics paraphernalia, did you?
I did not.
You have the front seat passenger get out of the car?
Correct.
Why did you have her get out of the car?
For the same reasons.
And you haven't started writing any tickets yet, correct?
I have not. My partner's conducting a file check on both the front seat and rear seat passengers.
Why is your partner conducting file checks on the front seat and rear seat passengers?
They have provided their IDs.
Have they been suspected of committing any civil infractions?
No.
Have they been suspected of committing criminal activity?
No.
So why are you running them?
Because they provided their IDs.
Well, they didn't volunteer, you asked them,
We
correct?
asked them, correct.
All right. Why did you ask them for their IDs if they had not done anything wrong?
That's what I do for every traffic stop.
When you asked the passenger out of the vehicle, did you look at the floorboard, the seat, and the area in her immediate reach?
I'm sure I did.
Did you observe any narcotics paraphernalia?
No.
She tells you they're taking the guy in the backseat to Traverse City.
Objection, that wasn't testified to.
I'm asking. I mean, it's a leading question, but
Oh, well, the question.
she tells you that they're taking the guy in the backseat to Traverse City.
Eventually, yes.
Then you have the guy in the backseat get out of the car as well.
Correct.
I assume you have him get out for the same reasons.
Correct.
You have not started writing this traffic ticket at all.
I have not.
When he gets out of the vehicle, you make observations, the floorboard, the seat, the area within his immediate reach.
Correct.
You don't see any narcotics paraphernalia.
I do not.
None of these individuals appear to be high or under the influence to you.
No.
He eventually tells you he's going home to Traverse City.
Correct.
You then put him back in the car and ask the driver to step back out to re-interview him.
I believe he was out the whole time.
He was out the whole time.
Yes.
He denies you permission to search his vehicle.
Correct.
At this point, you have not even begun writing this traffic citation.
I have not.
How long have we been on the side of the road now?
I couldn't tell you an exact time. I can give you a ballpark.
15 minutes, so you can't even give a ballpark?
No.
After the driver denies consent to search, you radio in for drug dog.
Correct.
And then you go to write the ticket.
Correct.
You tell me it takes you 10 minutes to write a ticket?
Correct.
Now the ticket's gotten large, bigger since the last time I got one. It's one small sheet, right?
That's correct.
You write the name, address, city, state, zip code, right?
Yep.
You check what misdemeanor or civil infraction, right?
Correct.